To run the example for chapter 7, you need to have Node.js installed in at least version 20. With that comes npm at least version 10, and you will also need to have git in order to clone the repository. Now inside the chapter 07 you'll find the 07 server-side composition example. And what you can of course do is run the convenient script, run sh. But in order to run this successfully, what you will need to have done is to install the respective dependencies in each of the subdirectories. So for instance, Team Blue should have installed all its dependencies, and also for the green micro frontend, install all the dependencies, and also for the red micro frontend, install all the dependencies. Finally, the gateway as well is just a Node.js project, so install all the dependencies. And once you did that, you can run the start script, which will just trigger a node on each of these directories. So let's do this. Let's run sh. And we see we started 4 servers, one at port 1234, which is our aggregation layer, known here as gateway. And then we have the red microphone at 2001, the blue one at 2002, and the green one at 2003. So let's see how this looks in the browser. So here we are at the aggregation layer, /forwarded already to page, mfred, product page. Now, this actually is some kind of a convention that we used in this example. You can of course do that better in your project. What you can do here is you need to map the incoming request to some micro frontend component. Here we mapped it to the product page that comes from the red micro frontend. So mfred product page means red micro frontend and component product page. Now, just navigating around, we see that for the navigational part, we use query parameters, but that could be also part of the URL itself. And we can of course place things in the basket here. Surely you could also check out how the red microphone looks like. It will be a little bit different, right? And you will need to drop the page quantifier as well as the micro frontend one. So just go to product page, for instance, and there you see our Porsche is successfully displayed. You need to scroll a bit and you see that Porsche is already selected here. But if you would change this, then also this one changes. So the page itself is also working. Doesn't look as nicely as if we would put in the global style sheet, but the page is working. And we also would of course have the other things working, like our basket, for instance. So if we look and we say, hey, we got our basket at 2002, there is something, but buy button. So let's check this out. We get also our component here by itself running on this port. And all that 1234 is doing is actually bringing in these different pieces and just making a composition of them at the server level. But every, let's say, request is properly dispatched then to the right server, meaning that at 2002 we not only get the buy button, but we also get the basket info, which holds the correct number of items because the session is already updated for our user.